What I want you to do is remind us exactly of what he said that was demoralizing.
If Shettima goes after having a meeting with the president,
Yes,
steps out to tell the whole world that, look, the Boko Harams are better equipped, better armed than our military. What was that supposed to do?
That was not.
Was that no?
Just a moment.
Was that supposed to encourage the military to fight on or to pull back?
Just a moment, sir. He said that they are better armed and better motivated than our military. That was the only thing he said, did he? Was that the only thing he said?
It's every other thing he said afterwards. We're in consonance with that initial statement.
Because what I remember, yes. I'm not justifying his statement, but I think that that statement can be interpreted both ways. What I remember he said was that, we don't seem to be making a lot of progress, but honestly, our military men are doing the best they can. But the other side, as well, the other people are better armed and better motivated. We need more resources on the ground to be able to win this war. But if we continue like this, we're not going to make progress.
How did he carry out progress?
I wish we could play, just a moment, sir. Yeah. I wish we could play it for, so that, we could, analyze it properly.
Yes.
But if I might not be saying his exact words, but that is how I remember he said it. The reason why I'm bringing this forward is because I remember that he commended the military and said, under the circumstances, they're doing their best. Have we taken those words into cognizance, or have we decided to interpret it politically, so much so that we have refused to look at what is happening on the ground? Because just yesterday, information came in that some of the equipment that our military men are using are things that have been bought in the 80s, and they just keep patching them and using them. How do we get this truth to the fore if we will not talk about them? If somebody as highly placed as the governor cannot speak about it, how do we address it?
The governor cannot make such utterances after having a closed-door meeting with the CNC. What was he supposed to do? That's not the only statement. Attacking Goodluck Jonathan in the media as a governor of a state under state of emergency.
Looks like you're almost guilty. You said we shouldn't play politics with this, but from your comment, you also playing politics with it because he didn't attack the president.
No,
what he did say is what Bafo said.
Now, I'm talking of Nyako.
We cannot move beyond that, because I think that the first person you mentioned or referred to was Governor Shettima.
Okay, Shettima cannot go in.
Sorry, Governor Shettima.
Yes, Governor Shettima cannot go in with the president. Had a meeting for like an hour, then step out and tell the whole world. He didn't need to have a meeting with the president. He could have discussed that with the president. He didn't need to step out of the State House and say, oh, look, we are helpless. The military cannot fight this. They are not they are not equipped.
Is there anything
his major business? No, I've not also seen his strategy to supporting the military activities in his state. I would rather want to see his 10-point agenda or 3-point approach to supporting or providing information. No, that would be easy. That would be better than demoralizing the military. What I'm trying to say here is that, look.
Do you really think that was demoralizing the military? Because
that's one example. No, that's just one example.
No, just a moment, sir.
That's one example. That's just one example.
Just a moment, sir.
I've mentioned GNI's comments. I've mentioned Nyako's comments.
Just a moment,
those comments are demoralizing.
I have left you alone on the GNI's comment and also on Nyako's comment. But I have taken you up on Shettima's comments because just a day, in fact, the same day he made that statement, there was an attack in the evening. He was back again in the villa. Yes. I'm simply, you're saying that...
he didn't make the same comment.
Exactly, he didn't make the same comment again. No, now, just a moment. They say that, you have said that the statement was demoralizing to the military. Did we do a count, or did we conduct any analysis with the military men to find out if they were truly demoralized or if they felt that somebody out there was actually saying the truth or saying a fact that was present or a reality that they were currently facing in Borno State?
Quote unquote, let's assume if that was the truth, I believe he probably would have said it to the president after that meeting. He didn't need to come out to make such statements. if he needs to make any statement at all, he should be telling us of how much he's cooperating with the military
just
on ground. Hold on. I just cited Shetima as one example.
Yes, but
in that case, when he came back within 48 hours to try to explain.
Than 48 hours.
In his bid to try to take back those words and explain what he really meant.
No, there was another attack.
Yeah,
the same day he made that statement, there was another attack.
He came back, but his second statement when he came back became an afterthought of his initial statement. Let us not be carried away, let's not be taken away from what we're meant to discuss. That's just an example I cited. There are other issues I want to look at.
Have you spoken to any combatant, any company, any troop, any soldier in the front lines in this war?
Yes.
You've spoken to them, yes, in terms of the operations, the equipment, and their morale.
Yeah.
What did they tell you?
The major issue is the comments, the statements that are made by the so-called elder statesmen from these areas of operations. The statements that are made by political leaders. That is their major issue. They accept the fact that they are well equipped, but they also, the major issue are the demoralizing statements where you say there's an attack on the Muslims.
Where was this location? I mean, which state? The person,
these are people
the soldier you spoke
these are people on the front line in the states that are under state of emergency. But my point is the other views.
The thing about it is this. I mean, we speak to some of these chaps on a regular basis, and some of what they tell us, it's not what we can come and say on TV.
No, it's not what I can say as well. But I'm
driving
the point.
So what we can say on TV means there's nothing good.
It's completely different from the account you've given.
Yes.
Because the account they gave is different.
What is the account they give?
I mean, time and again, they come and say, yeah, I mean, you heard so many security experts have come here. Former Nigerian military intelligence have said, look, this matter is piece of cake.
Yes.
Give us the equipment. We can take this out in 2 weeks. It means something is not being done right.
Okay, let me take you to the case of Tamil Tiger in Sri Lanka. Tamil Tiger was a plague and a blight to the lives of people on that island nation of Sri Lanka for 25 years. Do you know the biggest problem to stopping Tamil Tiger until President Mahinda Rajapaksa took the bull by the horn? The greatest problem were comments from the so-called self-styled human rights groups in the UK, in the Western world, in Sri Lanka, in India, giving support, moral support to Tamil Tigers for 25 years. In 5 years.
How does that concern?
No, I'm coming to
soldiers.
No, I'm coming to something. In less than 5 years, the Tamil Tigers broke 3,830 ceasefire agreements. Why? Because there is some group that is going to give them moral support or support the agenda in the name of human rights. The point I'm making here is that until Mahinda Rajapaksa said, no, all bets are off, I'm not into any ceasefire agreement with anybody, I moved in Sri Lankan soldiers to the Tamil Tiger territory and ended it in less than 3 months. A 25 years plague. He shut his ears to the statements of self-styled human rights groups, to all the cries from the Western world, because even the Western media, Western human rights groups are being manipulated to fight the military. Whenever the military make any once they attain any success of killing Boko Haram, they say, you have killed, you're killing innocent civilians. You are killing. Nobody has come up to say, oh, this is the proof of the innocent civilians. But anytime they kill Boko Haram, GNI says, oh, you are attacking Muslims. Are you telling us that Boko Haram people are the Muslims you are talking about? No. The Muslim community is beyond Boko Haram. A military man cannot kill a Boko Haram member and you say, oh, he's killing Muslims.
Well, just to remind viewers, look, the intention of this is just to bring up all these comments with a view to getting a solution. We're not interested in politicizing or religion and all of this. We just want a solution.
To stay with the
assess this issue and get a solution.
Then another point
that well, I'm afraid we're out of time on this one, Mr. Paul. We have to thank you for coming on. Paul Obanua is a public affairs analyst. So we've got another perspective coming on this matter. How do we get a solution? What role do we play to ensure that we sort this out? This is the only country some of us have. For those who are dual citizens, too. Some others are not. Thank you for coming on, Paul.
This is the only country we have.
All right. Well, back after this break. Please join us again.